Hi there, it's Donna from Taffy Crafting, and I've got a half made card here, because my original design just didn't go the way I wanted it. But what I've got is a 4 1/8 by 5 3/4 card, and I decorated the front. And then I was, doing the video for this, and it just all went a little bit wrong because I was trying to rush because I had somebody coming to the door. Yeah, didn't work. But I wanted to show you the template of this. This is what the inside looks like. And we've got this kind of step thing going on here, and I want to show you how to do that. This is a great template. And then what I'm going to do is actually show you from start to finish how I made this card. And what I'm going to be doing is putting some layering on here with some DSP. I started using the In the Wild DSP. So we've got this, I really love this design, but it also got the wild cats on there, or the big cats. It is in it. Oh, I can't speak this afternoon. It is in 12 by 12, but because I bought these through a paper share, me and two of my crafty friends, we buy all the paper between us and then share it out. And then we get to know what we like, and then we buy some more of the stuff that we do like. And this is what In the Wild looks like. These are my favourites. I have to make something with this soon. Absolutely love that. I'm really loving the evening evergreen colour, which is part of our new 2021-23 colour. Just love them. On the back is got these lovely animal prints. You could fussy cut those animals. Really like that print as well. If you're into, into big cats, that's really nice as well. I like that. So that's that paper. And that's what I did start to make with that. And what I was doing before it all just kind of all went a bit wrong was I was then making layers to go in there. And then what's the other one? And then had a layer of, oh, that's not right. Had a layer of that, like that, and it was going to work all the way along, and then yeah, it went wrong. So what I thought I would do is show you with a different set of papers, and these are the Pansy papers. I've kind of forgotten their name. What is it when you get to a certain age and you can't even remember what day of the week it is? Never mind anything detailed like this. I'm just looking in the catalogue. Pansy Petals. This is 12 by 12 paper. So pretty. I've used loads of this, and I need to get some more. It's got the lovely gingham in there. This lovely ditzy floral print here, and then some bigger prints. Let me show you. So some nice gingham and some leaves. So here's the evening evergreen and the soft succulent. There's another colour going on there. That might be pear pizzazz. We've got some pansies, and I'm going to fussy cut a couple of these. I love that. Really, really detailed pansies. And that as well. It's just a selection of what's there. I've used so much of this. This is all I've got left. So let me show you what to do. What we need to start off with is a sheet of A4 thick basic white cardstock. Now you don't need to, it doesn't have to be white, but it does help if it's thick. So if you're using a different colour of cardstock, it won't be thick, and you might need to layer it up with some other cardstock. So the first thing we're going to do, I'm going to just, on the long side, trim this down to 5 3/4. Now this will be in real time. So if you're somebody who likes this is how you make it, bang, 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 there it is. This might not be the video for you, or you might just want to scroll through it, but this will be in real time. I've had some lovely comments recently from people actually liking the fact that I do this in real time and keep it nice and at a really even pace, not too slow yet not too quick. So I'm going to continue to do that because people have actually said that they like that. And thank you to everybody that leaves a comment. I can't tell you how much that cheers me up when people put a nice comment. Right, sorry, just to confuse you. That measures 5 3/4. So I've trimmed the long side down to that, cut it in half basically. And then on now what is the long side, which is 8 1/4, I'm going to score that at 4 1/8. And as I always say, if you're using American size A4, the sizes will be slightly different and you might want to adapt them accordingly. Score in the middle at 4 1/8. Should I just stick to the programme and stop going off on a tangent? And I'm just going to fold and burnish that. That's my card base. Now with the other part of that card, you can make this entire card with one sheet of A4. Now with this, what's left, on this long side, I'm going to trim this to 8 inches. Those of you that would have seen my floating card at the weekend where it was in centimetres, you'll be glad to know this is now in inches. I do normally work in inches, but that particular project for me worked better in centimetres. So this is 8 inches across, and I want to trim this down to 4 3/4. Like that. Now I need to trim it so that I cut a line off there diagonally, but first I'm going to score it. You can use the scoreboard. I just use my trimmer. Score that at 2, 4 and 6. Some of you who have left comments recently have said to me that you craft along. Now, if that's the case, what I'd love you to do is to come and join me on Craft and Banter. Craft and Banter is a Facebook group that I've set up with 2 of my crafty friends where we just show everything. It's not a selling group, it is a showing off group. Look at what I've made. So if you are making this with me, come and join Craft and Banter. Kind of have to ask to join. I'll see you there when you come in and I'll let you in. Just some rules to quickly look at. It's just about that it's not a selling group and that we're all nice and kind to each other. That we don't tolerate any form of bullying and things like that. Never have I actually seen any evidence of that. And then come and just join and show what you've been making. Back to this. 8 inches, scored at 2, 4 and 6. This is 4 3/4. At the bottom right hand side of the card, you are going to measure up 2 inches. I'm just going to put a little pencil line there. And then what you're going to do is put that pencil line in the track and that point at the top in the track. And then when you put the guard down, might need to adjust this. So there's, oh, I can't see it in the camera. Still can't see it. There it is. So my pencil line, I can see it through that groove. And then the point is at the top. Now, make sure you've got the blade down at the bottom, which is here. You can't see it. Don't have your blade at the top and going into that point. You'll ruin the point. So make sure before you slice it that the pencil mark and the point is in the track, and then slice up like that. That comes off. You might want to use that for our sentiment later, and I'll put that to one side. And that's going to be the inside of our card. Now the middle score line, you're going to fold upwards, so it's going to come up like that. I'm just going to burnish that. These need to be well burnished so that the mechanism works properly. So we have that. And then these 2 you'll fold in. So one like that. And one like that. I'm going to turn them around and burnish them the other way as well. So that's what you want. So if I get my card back, we're going to stick that down like that, but we're going to decorate this bit and we're going to decorate the inside. Now the inside, I'm going to decorate the front of it in a minute as well. The inside, I've just got 2 pieces of this gingham paper that's in the Pansy's paper that I've forgotten the name of already. Oh my word. I can't remember anything these days. Pansy Petals. Pansy Petals. And I'm going to stick that there. It's sometimes a really difficult choice we have to make. Do we want that? Do we want that? What if I want that later? No, you just have to buy some more. Now, those of you that live in the UK, France, Germany, Austria, or the Netherlands, you can order any of these through me. I'll leave a link to my shop in the description bar. In my blog are the links to all of the products that I've used. So just head to the description bar and there will be links to all of my social media platforms that I use. There will be the link to my Facebook page, to the Craft and Banter sharing group. And then if you still can't find the information you need, send me an email to taffycrafting@gmail.com. I've had some lovely emails this week from people. I have been asked if I'm going to do a regular craft along session. And do you know what? Yeah, I am. I'm going to do it. I have been gearing myself up to do a YouTube live for a long time. Still haven't done it. Haven't also told you what the sizes of those bits of DSP. 4 inches by 5 5/8. And they just fit nicely into each of those panels. So let's just look what that's going to look like on there, like that. So really, really nice contrast with that. Now the front, now I'm going to use this, a really nice busy front to this. Oh, is it that way? No, I don't think it matters. So I'm going to go with that. Now what I need to do, I want to pick some card that will go behind it. And I need to see what I've got. I think probably what I'm going to use is this one, which is Pear Pizzazz, I think. Or do we go pink? No, let's go polished pink because I've got that literally to the side of me now. Here's some polished pink. And I think the contrast to that is really, really nice. I like that against the green. Love that. So let's trim this down. So it needs to be 5 5/8. How are we doing on time? 12 minutes. That's not bad. Although I've got some intricate bits to do on this in a minute. By 4 inches. The desk is just getting messier and messier. And I don't know why I put my paper trimmer away. I need it out again. It's got a real mixture of colours on this card. And then our DSP needs to be 3 7/8. I'm going to keep that bit for the inside. 3 7/8 by, let me think, 5 1/2. I haven't got anything written down here. And I'm going to attach that, or just stick that to there. The other thing that I might have going on soon as well is that over on my Facebook page, just search for Taffy Crafting, I'm going to be doing some live crafting. It's kind of just little 30-minute crafting. I'm still trying to sort that out. But if you come and find me on Taffy Crafting, I'll put some events in there, probably from Thursday or Friday of this week. So if you're watching this kind of late July, maybe early August, they'll still be going on. Plus also they'll stay in my group for a few weeks, and I will also upload them to YouTube. So I'm going to stick that on the front. Now I haven't decided yet how else I'm going to decorate the front. I never really do anything too complicated, and I won't with this just because this paper is so busy. Don't need any more busy things on there. The other thing that we've got going on in that at the moment on this is a whole lot of glue, and I'm going to put this to one side for now and let it dry off. What I am going to do is think about how I'm going to decorate the inside. And I think what I want are some fussy cut pansies in there. And I think what I'm going to do is fussy cut this one and fussy cut this one. So what I normally do, I'm also dreadfully short-sighted, so I don't normally do this on camera, but I'm going to. Because I want you to see how easy it is. I'm a little bit scared as I'm saying this now. So what I normally do is just rough cut it out. And if it takes me ages to see because my eyes keep going out of focus, then I might have to do it off camera just so I can get a bit closer to it. So just fussy cutting all the way around. Just take your time and let the scissors guide as you go along. I'm not even going to speed this up. I'm wondering if I could talk to you while I'm fussy cutting. I've had, over the course of the last few days, lots and lots of new subscribers. So I just want to take the opportunity to say hello. And if you don't know who I am, I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator based in the UK. I'm based in Wales. And I've lived here for, gosh, how long have I lived here now? 22 years. And you might be able to tell from my accent that I'm not Welsh. And I moved up from the southeast of England 22 years ago and have never looked back. See, that didn't take long to do that. There's one pansy. I think that looks lovely against that green. Let's quickly do this one. That didn't take long at all to do that. I'm going to time how long it takes without rushing. And I like that white border that goes all the way around it. I'm also trying to concentrate it to keep in camera as well so you can see. Oh, that's me not concentrating. I almost lopped a whole petal off there. Now when you're doing this yourself, you think, oh, maybe that's not particularly neat, could be neater. Honestly, people can't see it. People cannot see it. I'm not even going to neaten that little bit up there. It doesn't need to be. Because once you've got it against another background, you just can't see. And if you've got it against white and I'm trimming here against white, you really can't see it at all. So I'm not rushing. Some DSP images are easier to fussy cut than others. That's in the wild one that I showed you right at the beginning of this video. That would be a bit more tricky, but not impossible. Just need a little bit of patience, a bit of a steady hand. And even for me, with shocking eyesight, I did that in 1.5 minutes, which is no time at all. So I don't quite know where I'm going to put those yet, but I am going to decorate this. Now, I've been thinking about what I might like to decorate it with, and I'm thinking possibly to have a contrast against this green. Now, this is from the DSP assortment pack, and Stampin' Up! Do these in 6x6 in every colour stack. Let me show you there in the catalogue. So they do the in colours, so it's a designer series paper assortment. These are in our current in colours, the 2021-23 in colours. I was going to put cards on these, but it makes it really quite heavy. So what I'm going to do is just put them on here, perhaps on every other one. I don't know, let's see how it goes. Each of these panels is 2 inches wide, but we do have a slant. So I was trying to earlier on find a way of doing this to make it a little bit easier, and I'll show you what I've done with it. So this is 4 3/4 by 2 inches. So I just want to make that slightly smaller. So 1 7/8 by 4 5/8 for that one. So let's just trim that down. 1 7/8 by 4 5/8. So that makes it just slightly smaller than that panel. Now that's going to fit in there like that. So as you can see, it comes just before the top there and here. Now what I'm going to do is actually, just so that I can get the right slice down here, is to just push this up a little bit. So what you have is about 1/4 of an inch here. Don't need to be exact. Don't stick it down. Carefully turn it round, and then with the pencil I'm just going to draw a line there like that, and then cut that line. And then that fits in there like that. That's just nice and quick and easy, and it works for me. You might have a solution that works for you. That's the way I prefer to do it. Earlier on I was doing it by measuring this bit and then making a mark and then drawing a line with a ruler. This took a fraction of the time. My glue's gone a bit gloopy on the top of my glue pot. So I'm going to put that one there. I'm now winging it because I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do this. Okay. I think I'm going to leave these for sentiments because these are going to be stuck down. No, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to carry on. I kind of have a plan in my head and then think, I'm not going to do that. Right, so the next one again is 1 7/8. I'm going to do all of these. And then this bit here measures, what does that measure? I want that to be 3 7/8. So same thing, put that in there so that it is where it should be, and then just push it up another 1/8 of an inch. Make sure it's all even all the way around, apart from at the bottom. Turn this round, try not to let it move. Draw a line and cut it. And put that there. And you could, if you find that it's not even, you could just slice another bit off the bottom or off the top. It's entirely up to you. Depends how closely you're going to be looking at this. That bit won't fit in there. Hopefully I can get 2 out of this bit. Keeping fingers firmly crossed. So 1 7/8, just trim that last little bit off of there. Now this needs to measure, what does that need to measure? 3 1/4, I think. Yep. So 3 1/4. So same thing, that goes there, just going to push it up a little bit. Exactly what I've done before. Don't let it move. Draw a line. How are we doing on time? Gosh, 25 minutes. We need to get a wriggle on. Some people might have fast forwarded on this bit. That's okay. If you haven't and you're still with me, thank you. Honestly, I don't mind. I do that sometimes when I'm watching videos. I think, yeah, no, I know how to do that bit. I'm going to fast forward a little bit. And then, yeah, so we can get that out of a sheet of a 6x6. Oh, I'm loving that colour. Now this was, how much was that? Let's quickly measure that. So 2.5. Let's just trim that down to 2.5. So I've done all the measurements here for you, so you don't have to. And then this is a little bit tighter to manoeuvre. Hopefully I've got that right. If not, might need just a little bit of a trim. I need that to be in that corner there. I'm hoping that's right. Yep, there we go. So there are our panels on there. I really like the dark of that green against that. Just, I love that contrast. Now what I'm going to do is put a piece of card here, white card here and here, because these will be stuck down and then people will be able to write a sentiment on there. Now, what I'm going to do is just get this stuck down first. So what I'm going to do is decide how much of a gap I want here. So line up this score line with this score line, and then look at what you've got lining up here, and then make this the same width. And then once you're happy with that, hold this down. Flip that back, and then cover that with glue. Come on, glue. That's better. Oh dear. Might need some tissue to hand here, that might splodge out. And then hold that down just while that is grabbing there. And then flip this back, and then you're going to do the same. You could do this with tear and tape if you like. If you've got it all held down, that will work quite nicely. So I'm just trying to get some glue on there without covering my fingers in glue. And then flip that back. And that is how the card will open. Now I think I want to put my pansies on here, and I'm going to put some white card on here just for the two that are stuck down, just so that we can write something on there. So what I've done here is I've taken a piece of card that is 1 3/4 inches by 4.5. And then what I did is I just made a mark as to where I wanted that to go there, and then drew a line and then sliced that there. And I've done the same for this. This measures 1 3/4 by, I can't remember what this was, 2 1/4. Put that there like that. And then what I've done is I've made a mark as to where I want that to go there. So just a little bit underneath where the green starts. Draw a line from that top left corner down to your pencil mark. And then snip that off like that. So now what I'd like to do is just put a sentiment on each of these. So I've got the Evening Evergreen ink pad, and I've got Forever Fern, because I'm just going to chuck some leaves on there, and Peaceful Moments stamp set, and I'm going to use the Happy Birthday sentiment. So I know there's not a lot of room to write on here, but there is space on the back of a card for somebody to perhaps write more than a short happy birthday. So I'm just going to put that there like that. And then on this smaller bit with the Forever Fern stamp set, I'm just going to pick up that leaf. Mainly because I can't think of what else I would put on them. Put on that. So now we've got that. And to put that on there, this card just gets heavier and heavier with the more stuff that I'm putting on there. So we've got that there, and then I'm just going to stick this last one on here. Need to sort the top of that glue out. Just pop that on there. Great thing about liquid glue is that we can just have a little move around if it's not quite straight. And then with my pansies, I'm just going to put them both on there. Could we put them on there? We could put them on there, couldn't we? And just leave that there. Let's do that. So I've got some mini stamping dimensionals for these. And while I'm doing this, I'm just having a really good think as to what I'm going to do on the front. Now, when I do my live sessions on Facebook, I leave it to the people that are watching to decide what I'm going to do with different things. I might get them to choose different colours or different stamp sets or different DSPs. And then all I do then is just put the whole thing together. Which way round does that go? Let's put that there. I love the contrast with the green. Love it. Oh, we've gone into 32 minutes. Oops, I'm sticking myself to it now. I've got dinner to cook as well. Need to do that in a minute. The tidying up can wait. Dinner can't. So there's the inside of our card. Now, if you wanted to put something in here, maybe you might want to put another sentiment. It's up to you. I'm just giving you kind of a basis here as to what you want to start with. But that all closes up like that. Now, what I need to do, that's quite thick. Be aware of that when you're sending, or you might not want to put as many layers on, but be aware that that card is getting quite thick. Just want to put something really quickly on the front. What are we going to do? Got a scrap bit of card here. Oh, that's more than scrap, isn't it? But I've got a bit of card there with some white. Right, let's get a punch out. And I think, again, I use this a lot. No, I'm not. I'm going to get... Oh, God, I don't know. I've got to decide. I'm going to get a label punch out. And I think because this is a really romantic card, we'll have a nice pink heart, and then I've got some scrap of white down here. And I'm going to get the polished pink ink out. And we need another sentiment, and I've got a perfect one here that I think fits in that heart. And sticking with Forever Fern, we have this sentiment here: to a friend that makes me smile. I've used that such a lot. Where's my ink block? There it is. Polish pink. Beautiful, beautiful pink colour. It's vibrant, not as bright as Magenta Madness or Melon Mambo. It's a really pretty, pretty pink. Just make sure that's dry. Of course, the bit of card that I got out is quite small. Yep, happy with that. And then more dimensionals. Some of my crafty friends won't believe how many dimensionals I've put on these cards recently. They'll be stunned. And the backs of these end up all over the house. And need something even more pretty on there. Let's get some of them on there. Like that. Oh, need another one up there. Can't have too much bling. And finally, we'll stick this on the front. Now, in my blog post, I give credit to the person where I found this on Pinterest. I don't know if it was their design, but I can't remember now who it is, but I will give credit to them in my blog post. There we go, finished card, 36.5 minutes, start to finish. You know, everything, there was nothing that was pre-cut. But there you go. Not only do you get a really pretty card on the front, but then you get that in the middle. But do bear in mind, that's quite thick. So whoever you're sending that to, just check that that is going to go through the post and you're not going to get charged extra. I hope you like it. If you've stuck it out for the full 37 minutes, well done you, and thank you very much. And leave me a comment and let me know if you've made this. And you can tell me you've made it by coming over to Craft and Banter on Facebook, links in the description bar, and come and join us on there. I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.